Hi everyone, welcome back to Why She Buy That collaboration with myself and One and Dreamer 555 here on YouTube. Her information will be in the description box. Just click on it and see what she has created. You all, I am sick. I tried to avoid it, doing all the normal precautions, but it has gotten me. So please just bear with my creaky voice. I have the flu, full on flu. But first of all, Why She Buy That works? We were doing another collaboration, and now we're not doing that. It's always fun to do collaborations with your friends, right? People that you've learned that they're very amazing and they trust you with stuff, right? Friendship, information, detailed stories, etc., etc. So we came up with this. You can go on to wherever you want to buy some inexpensive stamps. If you catch them on sale, maybe some people are going out of business or whatever, you get two of each one. You send one person six and you get six and you have a year long collaboration. Well, that's what we did. She bought six sets. Well, she bought more than six sets. Um, and I bought six sets, more than six sets. But we picked the ones that we wanted to send and we sent them. Um, Last month, the bunnies, who'd y'all guess did the bunnies? I did the bunnies. I did the bunnies because I was watching one of her videos and she said she liked bunnies. And she also likes witches and she likes moons. So I was like, ooh, this would be a good stamp set. I got this one from Amazon, which is really cool. But anyway, yeah. And it had these little dies in there. I dropped some of them and I didn't pick them up yet. I didn't get them. Anyway, please just bear with me, okay? We're going to be using this really pretty stamp set. Now, I want to talk to y'all about this particular project. I think I did this on a live stream. And I had bought these cards, y'all. These I got these from a thrift store. The card, it's so flimsy. I wanted to try to use those, but I think what I'll end up doing is just backing them to each other and making something to um, reinforce them. So I'm using some regular cardstock, prefabricated cards. I think I got three or four, and then I'm using gonna use these flat cards from Hobby Lobby that I thought were extra cards, but they're not. So that comes in handy. And then I got this. I want to make this the backer, the card front base from the Dollar Tree. I like this one. And so we're going to go with something fairly simple, which is just black and white. And this is the pretty card stamps. Now, I think Warner and Dreamer has written down who did what because at a point I am going to forget what I sent and what she sent. I think some of you can probably guess what she did and what I did, but some of you probably can't do that, right? So anyway, this is really cool. I have a different idea in mind. I think I'll revisit that. I don't want to do too much. I kind of just want to go lay down right now, but we're going to get this done. So, lots of beautiful butterflies. We got some in flight, we got some not in flight. We even have them in different stages, right? And I think this is the butterfly on the caterpillar on the stick when it goes into hibernate or become a cocoon, and then it's coming out, and then it's that. And then it comes into a beautiful butterfly. I'm also going to be using this thank you stamp because I thought we had sentiments this go around, but I think that's maybe not true. Anyway, let's get started, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out. I think I'm going to stamp this beautiful one out right here. I want to stamp this one out. Let's see. Will it fit? It will, but it's too big. So let's go to this a smaller one. Now, I went and looked on Pinterest, the holy grail of crafting, right? Well, it used to be. Pinterest is changing so much now. Um, I don't know if that's good or bad. I would like to not get so many advertisements for like bank companies and clothing articles and things like that. I want to just get craft stuff. But Pinterest is anything that interests you, right? You pin it, hence the word Pinterest. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this tuxedo. I was gonna say tuxedo black. That's not true. It's the morning mist. This is not the one I want to use. This is the one I want to use. No, no, no. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We're going to use this Mindless Crafting Hybrid ink. and we're gonna make some backgrounds. I hope some of these stamps are great and some of them are not. The bad part is, you get what you pay for, but some of the stamps that you buy, you spend a lot of money for are also not good. Yeah, that works. So I did go to Pinterest and just look up this, but what I want to do is I want to take a background. I have those little jelly crayons that I had got from the thrift store from Ross, the silky crayons, and I wanted to do a like a watercolor wash effect, but I really don't have the mindset right now. The big room is like, "Are you sure you can make a video?" I was like, "I don't know. I'm gonna try." I feel like I'm sick or my son's sick. I don't like being sick, and I don't like people saying you always sick. I don't like that. I'm not always sick. I do have ongoing medical issues, but I'm not always sick. Beautiful. Beautiful. So now we're going to just stamp this out twice right here. Okay. And then we're going to take let's do pumpkin yellow. Now, whenever I use Copic alcohol markers, they tend to pick up the ink, even though the ink says that it's not. It says it's permanent, non-transferable. It always picks it up, so you can see right there a little bit of the black ink. So if you do use your alcohol markers and it does that, I recommend you probably wait. Or I think you can heat set the ink a little bit so it won't do that. And by heat setting, it's just you take your heating tool and zapping it. There's so much you can do with butterflies. You can make them like take a what is the word I'm looking for? You take I don't know the word. Oh my goodness. You take book paper. Book paper. Oh my goodness. You take some book paper and you stamp them directly on the book paper. I don't know why that was so hard for me to remember and say. I'm not here. I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm trying to be very present in this sickness because I have things I need to get done. Easter is coming up. My son was supposed to go to a friend egg hunt. My friend, her kids, and him. It's not happening. He'll still get his eggs, but he will not be egg hunting because she will. I feel like I'm not sure she will, but I feel like she'll let him get away with absolutely everything, and then I don't want to have to, re-regulate that because sometimes I'm sorry about the glare. I mean the fuzzy. I'm not doing anything but cutting the paper. Yeah, thank you. Let's do this. All right. She says that she won't, but I don't know. I was talking to her today because I had to drop the candy off at her house so she could stuff them in the eggs. And I was saying that I had to do a few things. She's like, you need to rest. And I was like, the few things that I need to do should not feel like a marathon. She's like, when you have the flu, it does. And while I don't disagree with her, because walking is taking so much effort, I'm sitting down, crafting and chatting with my favorite people on the internet right now. And for the most part, I feel pretty good. I did just take some medicine just to make sure I could get through this video, though. I have a few more things I need to complete. You know what? I should have stamped this out 4 times because I want to do a different color, but I think the black background will be great for any of it. Because what I haven't did this year, besides, oh, did I tell y'all? I didn't tell you. I'm back in the card making group, right? I think I may have told y'all. I'm not sure. I haven't showed you any of the videos yet. Mm, because I need an editor. Now I have to edit the videos and go, what are you all doing for Easter? Do you cook like a Easter meal? Some people make like certain meals and things like that. When I was a young girl, my mom would always decorate a few eggs. That's when eggs were not as expensive as they are now. Like, ooh, everything was different back in the day, right? Unlike now, everything's changing, and it's not changing for the best. In From my point of view, it's just changing. So I did cut off the antenna because I'm not about to be stressed with those antennae. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna use this orange color pen that Deb gave me. These are Papermate gel pens. I'm not sure how you feel about gel pens, but you should definitely have them in your crafting arsenal of supplies. They just add something, a different element that maybe we weren't used to in the past. Like, so this weekend, I watched a snippet of Tim Holtz's alcohol question, basically ask me anything, and then I had to go. And I was like, that's really cool that he's doing like tutorials. Because I know Wonder and Dreamer told me that he was retiring and they started bringing back a lot of his old stuff just on a different platform. A lot of his stuff before was on the bigs dies and not the thinlits, which is always good because storage. But I feel like the big dies, the original big dies, were probably better quality because well, not everybody, but I think that when you first start out, you're gonna give your all at the very beginning, and then over time you start getting not so great. Not saying that everybody does that, but I'm saying in general, like you give it your all, your very best, right? All right, so we're gonna cut this down some, and I'm talking maybe a little sliver, a little tiny sliver. I like this one, but it's not my favorite. I've had better. And honestly, the Fisker one I think is the best that I've had. I just don't like having to what's the word? Change the blade out. So we're gonna do this at 5.5. And we're gonna do it like one little sliver below 5.5. And then we're gonna do this at 4.25. And one little sliver before. Oh shucks. I need to cut this down once more. And then this side. You ever talk to people? I think I ask you this all the time when they're like, "Oh, it's been a year." I am having that. We just barely hit April, and I definitely understand when people say it's been a year. It has been nonstop nonsense each month. My son was sick almost the whole month of March. For 2 weeks out of that month, he was sick. then here I am getting sick for April. My husband totaled his vehicle. It's just been a lot, you know. It's been a lot. And while I'm not complaining, because it's people in worse situations than I am saying it's been a lot. So we're gonna bend this up a little bit. It's people, you know, I always tell myself that it could be worse. It could also be better. But I always tell myself it could be worse, and I try to remember that I'm not doing this by myself, right? Like I'm not here alone. It's other people that are suffering in some way worse than me, right? I need some more. I think I bought layering dyes, but again, this is probably one of the most effortless creations you'll have to do. You just stamp it on a plain sheet of paper and place it down and go. And you can also make it a lot more. You can heat emboss the butterflies. Um, you could put thank you upside down. So you see how I put that little edge around? Now I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna try to sit up after this video for an hour or so because I don't like laying down in the middle of the day because my body doesn't like it. My body's like, mm. This is not, this is not what we do during the day. My body's like, you cannot lay down. You need to get up and not lay down. I had bought this thing and I haven't showed it to y'all yet. It's a glue spreader. I gotta find it again. So this cardstock is pretty decent. Pretty decent. When I say pretty decent, I mean like thick enough. I really like this quality. I don't know what how much weight that is from the Dollar Tree, but it is, in my opinion, it's decently weighted. Decently weighted. Yeah. So leave me a comment in the comment section and tell me who you think got the butterflies. And if you guessed last week that I got the bunnies, then yep, that was me. Guilty. Hopefully y'all liked it. All right. And I want to give this, I want to cut this one down a little bit to give it a little bit of a layer on the other one. We're gonna use glue the whole way. I was thinking we could use tape. I've seen so many people just throw the tape on, and it works so great for them. And I'm like, ooh, okay, I'm gonna try it. Mm-mm. I don't know why. I don't know why and how they can do it so perfectly, magically. It's magically delicious. Do they still sell those cereal? Okay, thank you. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is find a butterfly to put this on. All right. But you're like, she couldn't miss an opportunity to make the butterflies fly. You're right, I couldn't. I just could not have our butterflies semi in flight at least. Now, if I had my tweezers or some other form of a tool that allows me to lift up, there we go. Now, you don't want it to be super like lifted, but you want it to be lifted, right? And then we can put the other one like right there. Tell me what y'all think. Do y'all like this? Do you feel like this is easy? I feel like this is it, and it looks, in my opinion, it looks so pretty. Like it's a nice card. I would love to receive a card like this. Look at that. This butterfly got the assignment. The other one's like, Can you repeat the statement? I think we're gonna leave it right here because I have run out of energy. But I love this little stamp set. It's cute. You can do a lot more with it, and it's different sizes of butterflies. Some of these may be moths too. I'm not sure, but I think they're very pretty. And you can do all kinds of stuff. I like making a background, but this is really cool. And hopefully, One and Dream is okay with me cheating a little because we didn't have a sentiment on this stamp set. A lot of stamp sets I noticed don't have sentiments when we get them from discount spots, but some do. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great rest of your day. Please click on the description box to see what she has created. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.